Imagine stepping back in time. You find yourself in the midst of a bustling Viking marketplace. The air is thick with the scent of wood smoke, salt spray, and exotic spices. Merchants shout their wares. Craftsmen carve intricate designs into wood and bone. Foreign coins clink in the hands of weathered traders. This is the heart of Viking trade, a vibrant tapestry of commerce and exchange. The Vikings, often perceived solely as fearsome raiders, were also adept traders and skilled artisans. Their marketplaces were not just places of commerce, but melting pots of cultures. Here, the spoils of raids mingled with goods from far-off lands. This fusion of cultures, goods, and ideas fueled the Viking economy and shaped their worldview. The popular image of Vikings is often limited to fierce warriors raiding coastal settlements. These dramatic and violent raids have captured the imagination of many, painting the Vikings as ruthless invaders. While raiding was undeniably a part of their culture, it was only one facet of their complex society. In their daily lives, Vikings were also farmers, artisans, and community members who valued craftsmanship and social bonds. The Vikings were also shrewd traders and explorers. They ventured far beyond their homelands, seeking new opportunities and establishing trade connections with distant lands. Their long ships, designed for both warfare and seafaring, carried them across vast distances. These versatile vessels were a marvel of engineering, allowing the Vikings to navigate both open seas and shallow rivers. The Vikings established an intricate trade network that spanned from North America in the west to the Caspian Sea in the east. This network was a testament to their navigational skills and adventurous spirit. This network facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies across continents. Viking traders were known for their ability to negotiate and adapt to different cultures and markets. Vikings brought furs, walrus ivory, and slaves from Scandinavia. These items were highly valued in the markets they traded in, making them sought-after commodities. They traded these goods for silver, silk, spices, and other luxury items from the Byzantine Empire and the Abbasid Caliphate. The exchange of such goods enriched both Viking and foreign markets. This extensive trade not only brought wealth to the Vikings, but also exposed them to diverse cultures and advanced technologies. Through their interactions, they learned new techniques and ideas, which they brought back to their homelands, further enriching their society. Unlike many societies of their time, the Vikings did not have a standardized coin-based monetary system. Instead of minted coins, they used a more flexible and practical approach to trade and commerce. Instead, they relied heavily on a weight-based system, with silver at its core. This method allowed them to trade efficiently across vast distances and with various cultures. Silver was not merely a means of exchange, it held deep cultural and symbolic significance for the Vikings. It was intertwined with their identity and social structure. It represented wealth, power, and status. The more silver one possessed, the higher their standing in society. Silver flowed into Scandinavia from the east and west, fueling the Viking economy and shaping their artistic expressions. Trade routes extended as far as the Middle East and North Africa, bringing diverse influences. Silver took on many forms in Viking society. It was not just currency, but also a medium for art and craftsmanship. It was melted down and cast into bars, known as hack silver. These bars were often cut into smaller pieces to make precise transactions. These bars, often with standardized weights, facilitated large-scale transactions. They were essential for trade, especially when dealing with large quantities of goods. Silver was also transformed into intricate jewelry, including arm rings, which were not only decorative but also served as a form of currency. Necklaces and brooches, these items were crafted with great skill and often passed down through generations. These pieces served not only as adornments but also as portable wealth and status symbols. They were a testament to the wearer's success and influence within the Viking community. In the absence of standardized coinage, accurately assessing the value of silver was paramount in Viking trade. Vikings developed a sophisticated system for weighing silver. They used precise scales to determine the weight of silver bars and objects. The value of silver was directly proportional to its weight and purity. This meticulous approach to weighing ensured fair trade and fostered trust between trading partners. An axe, for instance, might be worth a certain weight of silver. A cow might fetch a different amount. The Vikings' practical approach to trade, based on the weight of silver, contributed to their success as merchants and their influence across continents. The barter, the lifeblood of rural communities. While silver was essential for large-scale trade and in urban centers, the barter system formed the backbone of everyday transactions, especially in rural areas. This system, based on the direct exchange of goods and services, was deeply ingrained in Viking society. Farmers traded surplus crops for tools or livestock. Fishermen bartered their catch for textiles or crafted goods. Barter fostered a sense of community and interdependence. It allowed people to acquire what they needed without relying solely on silver, which was often scarce in rural areas. This system, based on trust and mutual benefit, ensured the smooth functioning of daily life in Viking communities. Echoes of the past, Viking economics in the modern world. Though centuries have passed since the Viking Age, echoes of their economic principles can still be found in the modern world. The Vikings were not just fierce warriors, they were also shrewd traders and economic innovators. The Vikings' emphasis on silver as a store of value has parallels in today's precious metal markets. They used silver not only for trade, but also as a means to accumulate and preserve wealth. Just as Vikings valued the weight and purity of silver, modern investors value gold and silver as hedges against inflation and economic uncertainty. This ancient practice of valuing precious metals continues to be a cornerstone of financial security. The Viking barter system, too, finds resonance in today's sharing economy. In Viking times, bartering was a practical solution to the lack of a standardized currency, allowing for the direct exchange of goods and services. Platforms like Airbnb and Craigslist facilitate the direct exchange of goods and services, echoing the principles of trust and mutual benefit that underpinned Viking barter. These modern platforms enable people to connect and trade directly, much like the Vikings did. These parallels highlight the enduring relevance of some economic principles, even across vast spans of time. The Vikings' innovative approaches to trade and value continue to influence our economic systems today, proving that some ideas are truly timeless. The power of diversification. Lessons from the Vikings. The Vikings' economic success can be partly attributed to their diversification. They were not solely reliant on raiding or trade. They were skilled farmers, fishermen, artisans, and explorers. This multifaceted approach mitigated risks and ensured a degree of economic stability. This principle of diversification holds valuable lessons for today's world. Just as the Vikings spread their economic activities, modern investors diversify their portfolios to manage risk and maximize returns. Similarly, individuals are encouraged to develop a diverse skill set to navigate a rapidly changing job market. The Vikings' legacy reminds us that adaptability and a multi-pronged approach are key to economic resilience. Beyond coins and barter, the legacy of Viking trade. The Vikings' economic influence extended far beyond the exchange of goods and services. Their extensive trade networks facilitated the flow of ideas, technologies, and cultural practices. Viking craftsmanship, evident in their metalwork, woodworking, and shipbuilding, influenced artistic styles across Europe. Their exploration and settlement of Iceland and Greenland expanded the geographical horizons of the known world. The Vikings' adoption and adaptation of shipbuilding techniques from other cultures, such as the use of sails from the Middle East, demonstrate their openness to new ideas and their skill in integrating foreign technologies. This fusion of cultural influences enriched Viking society and left an indelible mark on the course of history. The enduring allure of silver. Silver, the lifeblood of the Viking economy, continues to hold significance in the modern world. Its value, though subject to market fluctuations, remains intrinsically linked to its beauty, durability, and industrial applications. Silver is more than just a precious metal. It is a timeless symbol of wealth, prestige, and artistry. From exquisite jewelry to essential industrial components, silver's versatility ensures its enduring relevance. It is a powerful reminder of the interconnectedness of past and present, where ancient practices and modern applications converge. From Viking ships to digital networks, the evolution of trade, the Viking longships, once symbols of maritime prowess and exploration, have been replaced by container ships and cargo planes. Physical marketplaces, once teeming with merchants and their wares, now have digital counterparts in the form of online platforms like Amazon and Alibaba. The scale and speed of trade have increased exponentially, transforming the global economy. Despite these advancements, the fundamental principles of trade, the exchange of goods, services, and ideas, remain remarkably consistent. The Vikings' legacy reminds us that adaptability, innovation, and a global outlook are essential for navigating the ever-changing currents of commerce. Learning from the past. Viking ingenuity in a modern context. The Vikings, often relegated to the realm of myth and legend, offer valuable insights into economic resilience, adaptability, and the enduring power of human ingenuity. Their legacy extends beyond the battlefield and the marketplace, challenging us to reconsider our perceptions of history and its relevance to the present. As we grapple with the complexities of a globalized world, the Viking story serves as a potent reminder that the past is not merely a collection of dusty tales, but a wellspring of knowledge, inspiration, and lessons that continue to resonate across the ages.